I would like to thank Alana Trotman for sending me this story. This is a wild story right here. It's nothing gruesome. It's not, when I say wild, it's not gruesome, anything like that. It's actually it's almost on the funny side, but it's almost on the WTF side as well. So this woman's name is Marilyn Hartman, and she's been dubbed as the serial stowaway. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on now? So basically what they're saying is that this woman has managed to stow away on multiple flights. And when I say multiple, I mean multiple, as in more than 10, more than 20 flights. She's managed to stow away on these flights and basically travel from place to place for free. And they're claiming they don't know how the hell she did it. But let me go ahead and get into it. Marilyn Hartman, age 69, is convinced her unassuming but confident demeanor saw her waved through security and onto dozens of planes without a boarding pass. Speaking from Cook County Jail in Chicago, Marilyn said, "I have never been able to board a plane by myself. I was always let through. I was able to go through the security line without a boarding pass. They need to beef up their security or get new security. How in the hell did she do that? I got by them. This is the thing that's so crazy. By following someone, they would be carrying like a blue bag. And the next thing I know, I get into the TSA line and TSA lets me through and they think I'm with the guy with the blue bag." Oh, so that's how she do it. But still, she should still have her own boarding pass. Last I checked. Her trick of looking as though she was with someone else helped her cross the world illegally from 2002 onward. So this woman has been doing this for damn near 20 years. And it sounds like they just caught her. Or maybe not just caught her because she's in jail now, so they already been caught her, but damn. Now here's the thing. 2002, that's when TSA had got implemented shortly after 9/11. That's when it implemented. And that's when it should have been at its heaviest. So either she's a damn good phantom, or they're not good with their job. And that's scary too, because what if she was, for the lack of a better word, a terrorist? You just let a terrorist on the plane. She says her first flight was from Chicago to Copenhagen, the capital city of Denmark. She also enjoyed a trip to Paris the same year, courtesy of the unassuming airline who let her on one of its planes. Astonishingly, Marilyn got away with her scheme until 2014, when she was caught flying from San Jose in California to Las Vegas and was arrested. A judge let her off with a slap on the wrist. She is then said to have boarded a further 8 flights afterwards, crisscrossing the United States and even jetted to London in January 2018. That adventure saw Marilyn board a $3,482 British Airways flight and successfully made it onto UK soil before being apprehended and charged. By then, Marilyn was well known among Transport Security Administration workers who manned airport security. They would radio each other with warnings of a Marilyn sighting, but she still managed to evade them and to indulge in her illicit pastime. How much you want to bet they would make her story into a movie? Marilyn told CBS 2 she enjoyed her notoriety. She said, "I don't mind if people say she's a nut. I'm almost certain they called her other things besides that. Because when I look at it objectively, that's how I see its craziness. I purposely remained a mystery because of the crazy factor. So basically, she was doing this for the thrill. This makes it even crazier. You might want to reconsider everything. It was like something out of a movie. I don't care at all if someone calls me crazy. The story is crazy." Marilyn's globetrotting finally came to an end in October 2019 when she was apprehended at Chicago O'Hare Airport. Basically, she was apprehended at the same place where her journey began. Talk about full circle. The stowaway, already on probation after her London jaunt, was ordered to be held in custody by Judge Peggy Chiampas on charges of burglary, criminal trespassing, and probation violation. Marilyn spent 500 days in Cook County Jail, where she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and is now receiving treatment for her condition. The stowaway is currently on bail on an electric tag and is due back in court in the coming weeks. Marilyn blames a tough childhood for her condition. If y'all can see the look on my face. after I read that. It's always some lame excuse. You blamed your childhood for you stowing away on all of these flights for years, for over a decade, almost 2 decades. You blame your childhood. I would like her to break down where in her childhood, where something so traumatic in her childhood happened that she had to go and do this. Because I need to know that. She said there was so much violent and mental illness in the household. She thinks her compulsive flying was a literal flight response to a fight or flight problem, and agrees with claims that her antics have made her a fascinating person. But Marilyn is now hopeful her bipolar treatment will stop her taking any more illegal flights, and also says sorry for her behavior. Marilyn said, "I want the opportunity to apologize to the people I've hurt." Aviation security expert Jim Price said Marilyn's antics showed how flawed airport security procedures still are, even post 9/11. True. He said the key to Marilyn's success appeared to be her unassuming appearance and the simplicity of her scheme, adding, "It's the unsophisticated types of plans that are often the most successful." The TSA has yet to comment on its failings with Marilyn, and I bet they have, considering the years of failure. But Price says her illegal trip should be used as a training tool to help avoid future lapses. See, look at that. Use her illegal trips as a training tool. So they're going to give her even more notoriety. You know, that means when they do these trainings, they're going to be like, there was this woman by the name of Marilyn that since 2002 managed to slip through airport security and catch all these flights for almost 2 decades before actually getting caught. So they're going to literally turn her into a celebrity. And I think based on what I've read, that's what she wanted. That's what she wants. She can claim she didn't want notoriety, but let's be real here. If they give her enough attention, that's exactly what's going to happen and what is happening. This story right here, it doesn't remind me of another story I did, but remember a few years ago, I think it was on my original channel, I did something about this little white girl out of Texas. I think it was Texas, where she was actually dealing drugs. Like, she was a little girl. She was like a minor. She was like maybe a teenager, maybe preteen or something like that. She was very young. Instead of calling her a drug dealer, they called her the adorable kingpin. A little white girl. The privilege of actually not having to be called a drug dealer, but be called an adorable kingpin. Now, I bet you if that was a little black girl of the same age, they would have not called her adorable nothing. And they would have made sure that she would not have gotten that title either. But they called this woman a serial stowaway. I wonder what the title would have been for a black person if they were able to successfully do something like this, and what their punishment would have been. They probably sat in there and just laughed this thing off like they couldn't believe she did it. Yeah, granted, they couldn't believe that she did it, but the fact of the matter is that she did, and that also shows that how lackluster that damn security is as well. And trust me, taking it from somebody who used to work at an airport, what that person said at the end of this can definitely be backed up by myself. I didn't work with TSA, but trust and believe I worked with TSA. So not saying that it applied to everybody, but I can see how this happened. It all depends on the people that work there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you have not done so already, make sure to text the number that is pinned down in the comments below so you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video.